All right, if all goes well, this will be the last fill up for the whole build. Nice footwear.
Thanks. It's OSHA approved. Diesel is
You got off-road diesel, and then you got regular diesel. Usually this stuff's a little bit more expensive, and that's because on off-road diesel there's no road tax. The diesels are still the same. In like, 20 years ago that wasn't the case, but now, like these days, the only difference is the red color dye. All right, so we have condensed our workspace. We had approximately like 300 feet worth of trail that we hadn't finished. And that's from like where the excavator was clearing the way to like where we had left off. And then like this whole like past like 4 or 5 days, we've gone ahead and condensed all of it to a small little area. So basically the trail up until where Hailey is right now is 99% done. So now we can come through and start doing the final push. Alright, so here's the deal. I have this really interesting chicane right here that I'm going to try to make. So there's a big rock right there, big rock on the middle, or in the center, then another big rock right there. And I want to have the trail kind of chicane this way. I don't know, I just think these rocks just look really cool aesthetically. And then I think off that rock, it'd be cool to have like a nose bonk line. But maybe as I'm building this, I'll realize that that line's not that doable. But I think with the space we have, that'll go. So let's get to it. This dirt has been super frustrating. I think I've said that a few times. We have a bunch of big rocks here that I want to use. I don't know what Hailey's doing up there, but we have a bunch of big rocks here, and I want to build up the side of this embankment because I want to gap from where that rock is over to this, and then so essentially be like a trail gap, which I think would look pretty cool right here. But you can kind of see the shape. We got a double berm here, and that's going to be the general shape. And so now I'm going to make a mess again and then come back and fix up the mess that I've made. Seems to be a theme around here. Orange for scale. I'm just gonna put you someplace. Give me a second, bud. I know you like rocks. This is one of those features that's gonna take some tweaking to get it to ride correctly. I've come through and I've adjusted the berm a few times, so the berms have their general shape. We haven't packed them, but we've sifted through the dirt. We need to focus on this lip, and I want to build up like a little bit of a whale tail. This is pretty blind, so if you can get a little bit more elevation, you can see where you're trying to get to. Barely see the landing over there, but if you come this way, definitely can't. I want to build this landing somewhat over on this side, but I also want to elevate the rider before they go off the rock, so they kind of have more time to gauge how much speed and how far they need to go. We'll fiddle around with it and see what we can come up with. I got it.
Yeah.
We had a ton of rain over the past few days, and I'm not really surprised. I was kind of curious to know. We did see this embankment kind of start to like fade down. So what I would like to do is collect some of these bigger rocks and put them at the bottom and try to like rock armor this whole section. And that way we can kind of make this grade a little bit less intense.
Exactly, camp sliding.
All right, so we got even more rain after we did this rock work, but it seems to hold up really well. It might settle a little bit more, but like I'm not worried about that. But today, I want to get going on the landing because I've been hemming and hawing over the landing. I don't like it. It's doable, but it's sketchy. I don't want this just to be a big feature for the sake of being a big feature. I want this to be a big feature that's fun to ride. All right, so right now, what I need to do is I need to push the landing out a little bit more. That way you can eye up that rock. I think eyeing up that rock will be the best option. So we need to give ourselves a little bit more space over there to work with, and yeah, go from there. All right, this landing makes just way more sense, way more intuitive. Happy with how this came out. But yeah, so you can kind of see the landing from further back now. So this will go. This will definitely go. Now it's time to clean up. All right, so today's goal is to get the trail from here, get roughed into where that tree with a pink flag is. Alright, I'm a little short of the pink flag, but I got most of what I wanted benched, and yeah, I'm not feeling inspired right now, so I'm gonna head home. By far, one of my least favorite things about running an excavator is greasing it, and specifically changing grease. Alright, I need to install a drainage. I got a drainage started up there. I have this water bar that goes on the high side here to catch any water coming down from the hillside. But I think right about here, I need to make a channel and divert it that way. I also have that giant cookie rock that I'm gonna probably use. It's not very often that you get huge rocks like that, but that one's perfect for this. So we're gonna get to it. Alright, I added a little bit of a drainage here. I'll come back and clean this up by hand. The dirt is really wet, so it's kind of hard to work with, so I did my best, but it's just one of those things where it's just going to be easier to finish by hand. right, so we've made our way back up to this spot because we never finished compacting and cleaning up the section. So today's goal is to get rid of some of the rocks and just finish compacting this, maybe do a little bit of that, maybe figure out this water bar, and then just clean this up. So if we can get to like that tree over there on the right hand side of the trail, I think we should be in a good spot. And if we can get a little bit further than that, that'd be awesome. But so notice that there's no snow. So it's a week later, there's no snow. We're coming back out and just cleaning up some of the stuff that we packed and just making it look a little bit tidier, because we did what we could the other day. But I figured I'd at least mention it because I wasn't really happy with the way we left the trail, but I actually wasn't sure what the weather was going to be like afterwards. So I was just kind of expecting the worst, and it actually got kind of nice. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we're definitely running out of like time that we can build. So I think it's good to just wrap up the trail as much as we can today and just get out of here, because we've already taken some stuff back home and there's not really much left to do except for take the excavator home. Seems right. Thoughts?
Maybe a little faster?
Really?
No. Nice. You used all available landing space.
What's that?
You used all available landing space.
I think, let's rephrase that. I built the landing to what I needed. Nothing more, nothing less.
Literally though, like edge.
How'd that look?
Really good.
It felt perfect. All right, you can't see anything, but behind me is a finished trail. Hailey and I just, like after we filmed that last little bit, we just did a last little compacting because we hadn't finished the bottom. And yeah, we just compacted it, and the trail is 99% done. There's one thing we need to go back up and do, two things. We need to get rid of the hemlock that fell over, and then we need to build a bridge on one of the berms so adaptive riders can ride it. Loud noise. All right, so we're out hiking. Probably can't tell, it probably looks like it's fall, but it is December 21st. And surprise, surprise, we had another record-breaking rainstorm that flooded the area. So Vermont is just getting pummeled this year. Since there's no snow, we can't go skiing or do anything. So we're just kind of out hiking and decided to take a look at the trail. And yeah, we got some work. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. This whole embankment fell down. Oops. Interesting. We'll figure out something. Man, this camera does not do justice how much this slid down. You're not stoked. Yeah, that's about it. Good job. I'm sorry, sweets. I'm sorry. All right, so it's been a little while since we've been out here. So it is now currently March, and we're coming to check on the trail because we never got to opening the trail before the end of the year. The winter always takes its toll on trails, and especially new trails. So we are going to assess how our trail is looking and what kind of maintenance we're going to need to do to the trail before we can open it. Because by the end of this video, the trail will be open and we'll be riding it. But there's always a little bit of work that we can be doing. Water bar is definitely doing its job.
Yeah, that looks great.
This little guy, kicking butt. Alright, that's the gap that we made up, and this is a bit of a boo-boo that we need to fix. This whole embankment came down, and yeah. Well, this did very well. So one of the things we need to add to this trail is a bridge right here. That's one of the few things preventing this trail from being adaptive ready. All right, officially closed. All right, now that we know what kind of damage has been done to the trail, we can go ahead and kind of plan ahead for what we need to do to fix it up and get it ready for the season. All right, so not sure where I left off, but we are finally here to address this little landslide that happened. After we got done the trail, I don't know if I explained this, we got another like 200-year storm. Usually you have a chance for things to grow, like you have some roots to establish, and I don't think this would have happened if that had been the case. But since we got done late November and we got a 200-year storm in like December, yeah, we're left with this little quagmire that we need to clean up. The trail used to be right here. That's where the trail was, and then we had this A-line right there. All this has shifted down. My thought is we're just gonna make the trail tread a little bit higher here. And I think that will be a good solution to the situation and would require the least amount of work. So we got this section pretty dialed. I don't know if I liked how it was before more or how it is now. Like both ways will work. Looking solid. I'm really proud of the work that we've done. It's kind of menial and not exciting work sometimes, but like it's stuff that needs to be done. Yeah, 600 pounds.
Oh, dang. This is, yeah, that's true. Like, we've put in heavier rocks.
We've gone way over this. What? So this is a little bit that we need to build a bridge over. I know it doesn't look like that much, and when I initially built this, I was under the impression that adaptive riders would ride through this no problem. But when I watched Greg come through here, there's such a big difference between where his wheel is up there to right down here that he almost high sides.
Yeah, just
oh, okay.
And you have to come back.
Yeah, you're just like, oh god.
Okay.
Look at this thing. I've never seen this before. Plenty of worms, but not something like that. This thing is gross. I'll have to look up what this is, because I have no idea what this is. In all my years digging, I have not found something like this. Cool. Now that we're done with that, technically this trail is adaptive friendly. The trail is completely rideable, and we'll have to get Greg out here to evaluate the bridge, see if this works for him. And it's still a gap for those who want to gap it, but if you're throttling up around the turn, your wheel is not going to drop as much. So I think this should solve the problem. I think this was a good compromise. And I don't even want to call this a compromise. I think this was just a good solution to something that I didn't realize was a problem. I want to give a big thanks to Oboe's Shoes. They actually helped fund this bridge. They donated the money to support this bridge and potentially a future project down the line. So thank you, Oboe's. This little gesture goes a long way. Before we knew each other, we both separately bought Oboe's shoes. And then when we started dating, we realized we had the exact same pair. So it's a brand that I have personally bought and has been very supportive. So Hailey is wearing the Catabatic shoes and I am wearing the Bozeman. They've been super comfortable to wear throughout this part of the build. Anyway, let's go get some food. All the way up. Made it.
Made it.
All right, we've started putting up the signs. Things are official. So that's the trail entrance, and this is where the trail is coming from. And one of the reasons why the trail is not quite open yet is because that's the way into the trail. And as you can see, it's not finished. But the reason why we need that to be open is because that's the only adaptive way into this trail. And so for people who are not able-bodied and they are on an adaptive bike, this is their entrance And remember, this whole trail is rideable on adaptive bikes. There's options that they can't hit on adaptive bikes, but they can ride from top to the bottom and yeah, get out. So we got a warning sign indicating people of this line. When we built this drop, there's a tree right there. That tree fell over, and then we cut it up, but we left a stump there. We left it nice and tall because I was going to put the signs on that tree. But someone came out here without asking me and did some work to this trail, and they threw the stump off the edge. And that stump down there came from right here. And the reason why I wanted that stump is because I wanted to put the double black sign on this tree and then put the pro line on that tree, because these two drops are vastly different. This one's relatively straightforward. This one's a lot spicier, so it made sense to have two different ratings, but we'll have to settle with that. Alright, I'm headed up right now to go meet up with Greg.
So where do we go?
Go where that gate is.
Okay, so just go to the right. Should I go under the gap? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
The two of us will go hold the fence up for you, and then like, yeah, go over the bridge.
Don't go over the bridge. Yeah, but don't go over the bridge. Don't forget to admire the weed whacking.
It's like the wood plank just like shoots out. It's like.
Alright, I've actually never ridden this, so. So this section of trail we call it the volunteer section. This is built by volunteers and leads into our trail. They just barely finished putting this bridge in. I don't think it's fully finished yet either.
How sick is that? Hey, oh, look at that sign.
Yeah.
Look at the sign.
All right.
Oh, this is sick.
Cool. So he hasn't done this part, so I was kind of curious to know how this part would go. Like a champ.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, look at the bridge work.
Cool. That was a section that didn't go before, so. Yeah. Well, you got a little extra credit branch in the way. All right, into the spicy zone.
Oh, yeah. It keeps you honest in there, man.
Dang.
I think it's fun because like that bench cut, like I really want to go like fast through that, right?
Yeah.
Like so like having the steep, some of the rocks, like the features that you're moving around, so you're controlling your speed, but keeping it techy and challenging at the same time.
Yep.
Which is like super unique on like bench cut. You just don't get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is.
So this is a moment of truth.
Yeah, okay, we got this.
So.
Just gonna go slow. Hit the line.
There should be plenty of support.
Would you like a spot on the inside drag?
So this looks like it's gonna go slow. Yeah, so it's gonna come on the inside.
And as soon as you come around, I can grab your shoulder too.
Yeah, and just see.
Keep blowing that back
Oh, Phil, you want to just like hold that back time?
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I'm holding it.
Just like to let it come up. Right, and then now it's like.
You're gonna hit your knee guard. There you go.
Here.
If you let it go, you're gonna grind around.
There's five, yeah. That's the move. That's so sick. How much were you holding that?
A decent amount because I didn't know how much.
Was it coming off the ground?
No. I just like when someone gives me instructions,
Yeah,
I
think it's just like I just don't want the tire to come up, right? Like,
yeah.
That's the key, but I don't think it was going to.
Could you have stayed further right?
I think I could have. I think it's just like it's a big commitment move.
Yeah.
I just need to do it once to feel it, and then like come back in there, we can find the right line choice. Yeah. But, like that's sick. That was good. I can't wait to find like either
A little bit more comfort on it.
yeah, like the commitment like on that corner is whoa.
Like
it I mean it goes, it's there. It's just figuring out what that feels like. You guys can't really spot me when it comes to a point, right?
Yeah.
We're just, like, and I think it's just like no, like that's the point of like the trail. Like this is the point of trail signage, right? Like I think this is a like double black trail, right? Because that corner is like serious, and it's like so if you're like you need to know. Like what you're like, it's a skill thing like anyone else. Like what happens to you, you obviously you can like walk around it. We just
yeah.
can't. And so like you have to have the right mindset of being like, I can't go down this otherwise, or like get the people with you, or like you're calling somebody.
Nice. That's fine. Done.
The top is immaculate.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Brought the sign down with you.
Yeah. I was following Ryan. He hit the diving board. He hit
That's what he said.
all the A lines besides for like the big one at the bottom.
Nice.
Yeah, I've hit all the other ones before.
Like the rock one in the middle is pretty sketchy, isn't it?
Yeah, I love rock and roll.
What is?
I have one of those. Dude, congratulations.
Stoked.
I'm so impressed. So excited.
I haven't really gotten a chance to do very many full speed laps while it's dry.
Going around the same thing.
So that was exciting.
Yeah, it's like surprising for
Going.
how much time we spent up there. Like I've only done like 2 full laps.
Yeah.
I think they were today. All right, so Hailey and I came out and we put some trail signs up. So this trail is about to be opened. However, since we redid this section, I have yet to hit this gap. So I need to check this off again, just to know that it's doable and it's safe. So this is where I want to be over to the Alright, so I haven't hit this since we reconfigured this, and we got rid of one of the rollers, so the speed's going to be feel a little bit different. But I don't think it's gonna feel that weird. All right, pop it in.
Further than like when you did it
The first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far this year. It's rolling so fast.
All right, so Hailey and I are about to do the first top to bottom lap of skid marks. We're actually at the start of the trail that leads into our trail. Skid marks is a trail that Hailey and I built over the past year. We did it totally as volunteers. So if you want to help support our efforts, we have a t-shirt made, skid marks. That's the name of our trail. We worked with a local graphic designer to make the logo. They will be for sale, so I'll leave a link in the description below when they go on sale. The grand opening of the trail will be on June 16th of 2024. GT will be there. There will be a bunch of small local companies. If you are a small local company to the Burlington area and you want to get involved with the grand opening, let us know and we'll rope you in. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on our bikes and go do a quick lap. Okay, am I blinking now or did I?
You're blinking now.
Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, so we come around here, go around the drop. So this is a volunteer trail and this is called heavy duty. All right, and this is where skid marks begins. So come in to the diving board drop, nice and slow. A bit of a triple there if you want. This is a bit of a flow section. Little berm gap, optional line here. All right, this is a double drop. It's called a double drop because there's 2 drops. All right, and this is the rock roll line, or tree pinch line. This is the rock roll. All right, you can yank this Pretty far. All right, this section is super cool. Slow down for this turn. All right. One last pro line, and we're done. With all the big features. Woo! That was my first time hitting all the big lines in one go. I've hit them all, just I've never strung them together.
Yeah!
That was fun.
That was good.
I went a little bit far off the diving board, but not bad. All right, so that's skid marks. Again, if you want to support the efforts that Hailey and I have done, we'll have t-shirts for sale soon. For the first month or so, we're going to be donating all the proceeds of the shirts back to Richmond Mountain Trails. Link in the description, and we'll see you guys soon, June 16th.